If they want to find out who murdered the young bartender, they need to speak with his buddy, Jake Mallard.
Jake Mallard was a friend of Brent's and Matt's. It appeared that he had been charged with some things in the past, some drug charges, but nothing on the surface that seems that he would be in any sort of trouble for the police.
Jake has stayed out of trouble for the past few years and is living one town over from Waldorf. Investigators are about to find out Jake's sitting on a secret that's about to blow the case wide open.
It really gives me goosebumps because this was a cold case with no leads. Finally, a lead that went somewhere.
And investigators believe a local thug named Matt Carell might be the trigger man. Now, they've learned his friend, Jake Mallard, has an inside scoop that could lead to Matt's arrest, giving new hope to Chris's family and friends. When detectives show up at Jake's door, he's shell-shocked. And he's downright jittery under police questioning.
Jake did not seem like someone who would murder someone. He seemed someone who was afraid that what he said would be held against him.
And when detectives start quizzing Jake, they can tell why he's so worried. He makes a startling revelation.
Jake was able to tell them that the night before Chris Mader was murdered, that he, Brent, and Matt were all at the bar together.
And Jake recalls Matt said something that made a routine boys' night out turn into something else altogether.
There was a conversation at the bar at some point between Jake and Matt. And apparently Matt said something to Jake that he had a problem with someone at the bar. He wanted to beat someone up, but Jake didn't think anything about it.
Jake did guess Matt was talking about Chris because he knew Matt long wanted to knock the bartender off his high horse. Seems he was jealous of Chris's pretty boy looks and the good money he made slinging drinks. So Matt decided to rob Chris of his tip money to take him down a peg. And Jake admits he willingly went along when Brent and Matt followed Chris out the door after last call.
Jake, Brent, and Matt all got into the car. Matt was sitting up front in the passenger seat. Brent was driving. Jake was in the back seat. And they were in fact following Chris Mader. Chris did not know that trailing behind him were 3 guys in a vehicle.
As Jake continues his impromptu confession, he says what went down next still gives him nightmares.